Recording. Okay. So, who wants to introduce us today?
Hello, everybody.
Thank God the ice is broken. Hey, everybody, and welcome back to the Foxfire Podcast. How is everyone doing tonight? And who should introduce the new guest?
He can introduce himself.
Yeah. So
How to
why
do this
don't
without
you?
sounding awkward?
You don't.
I go exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I go by many names, but the people here call me Dark. I guess I'm kind of the composer for Sardonyx, and I also host all the web stuff.
Yep. Even though, I own the domain, Dark does all the webmaster services shenanigans.
Yeah, I do all the server side stuff.
The background stuff that keeps everything flowing.
And Dark is also the person who made Jordan.
Yes, I am.
So that's fun. We have 4 people now in this that are originals from the roleplay, and then there's Phoenix.
Yeah, I came late to the party.
Congrats on being the odd man out.
Oh,
We get
I'm
the
used
fifth
to
one.
that.
We get the 5th one in here, but he is notoriously hard to contact.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, there were more than just 5 of us in the roleplay.
For the 5 major ones.
Yeah. I don't know. Can he really consider Fallen to be major when he, doesn't exist half the time?
More than half at this point.
Yeah,
He exists on Twitter.
yeah he does.
And on Twitch.
Yeah. For those who are wondering what I'm doing, I'm just tweaking Battle UI for Sardonyx.
And I'm farming. Because I gotta get my intelligence up to 70.
Mm.
Intelligence user, please get more strength. Apes together strong.
I'd rather chuck moons at people.
Hey, Giga, really quick, am I correct in assuming that in relation to the HP bar, the status condition box is always going to be in the same place?
Should be.
Okay. That makes things a little bit simpler.
So, any hot button issues anyone want to talk about before we talk about anything else?
I mostly just want to talk Pokemon today, honestly.
Oh, please, let's do it,
Yeah.
because I have something to show everybody here that I'm
Oh.
kind of proud of.
Oh.
I got bored, and I drew. And
Oh.
it's I've been very excited to show it off, because I sent it to one of my friends. They're like, oh my god, how'd you get stuff on the new Pokemon? I was like, I made this myself. And so I guess that's, I take it came out good. And I'll post it in a second.
This doesn't look right. Hang on.
And unfortunately, people watching my perspective won't be able to see it.
Well, I mean, Giga, really quick. This is the normal foe box. Does that look right?
Hmm.
While I wait to sit down, remember how, what was it, I think 2 weeks ago, we talked about Starlight Coke?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, it's scrumptious.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I
Me
like it.
being the resident Canadian, I don't think we have that here yet.
Yeah, someone that I follow on Twitter said something like, if you are nostalgic for the taste of Tab, Coca-Cola's new limited edition Starlight is basically just that with an updated artificial sweetener.
Oh, I just saw some voice contact stuff, and these look awesome.
Mm.
Hmm.
Nate and I were mostly just shit posting while on stream.
Oh, okay, now wow, there's a lot of stuff I missed. Hey, it's your fake decks. These aren't 100% finished. Where is it? Computer. But I'm quite proud of the way I did it, especially with them being digital art. There they are. This is the first one, and I want to get your reaction before I post the second.
Bird.
Bird.
Acorn bird.
with bold.
Oh, I love it.
It's a canary. There actually is a canary that has a bowl cut.
Interesting.
And I had to just spade tail. And I haven't cleaned up its evolution. Oh, here's a shiny of it. I haven't cleaned up the evolution yet. Because I forgot to clean up the shading. This is what it evolves into.
Oh.
I want to fix its tail.
You're gonna say I like the
Is
shiny
it a
colors.
monk?
Everybody's said it, so I went, yeah, it is, because everyone assumes it. I just wanted to make it go bald.
Okay.
It's shiny.
Skinner.
Also, the first form makes me think of the Beatles.
Ah, I'm glad. See, the bowl cut. I had plans with this thing, and I haven't done the coloring, but I have a rough line art for its final evolution. It is a rock flying type. Flying rock.
So I'm just kind of struggling with UI at the moment.
Makes it particularly funny that I,
The
brought
Beatles
up
thing
the
was
Beatles.
it was kind of on purpose. I was originally going with a
Nice.
canary in a coal mine kind of thing. But that didn't work out. It just turned into a mining canary because it has a old-timey drill on its tail.
There you go.
So that's been my week. I've been having fun doing
Okay.
digital art with a mouse, and I'm just going to get a drawing tablet at this point.
Thank you, Giga.
You're
Also,
welcome.
yeah, so a small note, a tablet is going to be difficult to get used to, but once you do, you won't be able to go back to traditional.
Yeah, I'm already pissed off with the mouse as it is because my wrist is killing me. Like I doing it all week long convinced me it's like I need to buy a drawing tablet. And I know there's the ones that have the screen so you can see what you're doing instead of like what you have.
Yeah.
I might look into getting one of those.
Those can be kind of expensive
Yeah,
depending on
those-
what brand you get.
Those are expensive. I would train yourself on a slate tablet, which is the kind of thing that I have, instead of a monitor tablet.
Don't those go for like sometimes 80?
Monitor tablet is going to be more expensive than a slate
Yeah.
tablet.
Oh, that I know. That I know.
Just to give you an idea of what price we're talking here, my friend Juno has I think it's a Weon screen tablet, and it costs her $1,200 in Canadian dollars.
I was looking at that one. It's about the same in U.S. money.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was one I was looking at. It's like that's a bit out of my price range. I'm willing to go at least a minimum maybe of 200, 300.
You can get a
Same
decent
range.
quality slate tablet for that, I think.
Yeah.
I don't mind when it comes to art supplies. I really don't mind splurging because I know I call it an investment in the end of the day.
I mean, I have like $1,200 in audio gear on my desk, so I know that feeling.
I would still train myself on slate tablets just so that you get used to the feel of it.
Yeah, I think I will as well because they are cheaper and you swear by it.
Yep.
But no, I was very proud of, especially the shading. This is the first time I've actually done proper shading on something like that. And oh wow, I whiffed that. What do you all think of it?
It's pretty good.
I have no name for it.
It's really good for someone who's not used to digital art.
It's also really good for being
Yeah.
entirely done on a mouse.
Yeah, that too.
Oh,
Yeah.
it took 5
Yeah.
hours,
Yeah,
pretty much for everyone.
I believe it.
The line art alone for the final evolution was 5 hours, 4 to 9. And like I wanted to color it so bad that Jesus, this stupid bird. I wanted to color it so bad in time for the podcast, but it was like, there's no way I can do this in 2 hours.
But yeah, that is phenomenal for someone who's not used to digital art.
Thank you. Is the rock inspiration visible in the final evolution?
It looks
As in, like the mythical?
It looks more like a cockatrice.
Oh, that's just as good. And they turn things to stone, so
Yeah.
it's kind of fitting.
Mhm.
I'll take any inspiration. I was just drawing. I was like, I opened up pictures of all the current bird Pokemon. And I was like, let's get inspiration. And I just went from there. It was a fun experience.
So
And I think for people wondering what I'm talking about, I will post them on my Instagram and probably on Twitter afterwards.
I
once
haven't
it's
been
all
showing
finished.
them because it's a bit of a hassle to copy it from Discord.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I always get so nervous when it comes to showing art, especially when it's stuff I'm not used to doing.
It does look good.
Thank you.
Yeah, it absolutely does.
I know there's things I want to change on the second evolution. I want to clean up its balding spot a bit. It's hard to find a Pokemon. It was hard to find a Pokemon with a bowl cut to begin with. I had to. It was. There's actually a Pokemon that has a bowl cut.
Ralts?
Eevee and Let's Go gets a bowl cut.
Ralts.
Oh, neat.
Oh, son of a bitch! I never thought about Ralts. You know how much that would have made things easier?
I can imagine. Now you know.
Yeah. Damn. I can't believe... I think I was just so focused on bird Pokemon and Bolcut, I didn't think Ralts. Even though I took inspiration from Boldor, I think Boldor, for its rocky bits in its final evolution. Its talon shapes mostly. Then I filled it in with like flint. You know how flint looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now my problem is I have to find a good name for it, and I'm not good with Pokemon names.
At this point,
I
I'd argue that
feel
Game Freak
like
aren't
the
that good with Pokemon
first
names
one.
either.
You both were talking
Yeah.
over each other?
The new ones are great.
I love Quaxley. I'm convinced it's going to be a Don Quixote reference. Nate convinced me of that.
I'm not entirely confident, but
I don't know. It's just something. It's either going to be a pirate, a conquistador, or Don Quixote reference. Like, I can't see it being anything else.
I want it to be a pirate.
I would love to be. I would love to have a pirate duck because that just sounds so silly. What typing would you want if it's a pirate?
I don't know. Because we've had Water Dark before.
And we've had water steel.
And we've technically had water fighting, I think. Or, wait, no.
With who?
No, I got things mixed up. Could be water fighting.
I could see that. But I'm part of me afraid. Yeah. Part of me is afraid if it goes water fighting, it might be a bullfighter.
I mean, would that be a bad thing?
That would be cool in its own way.
Oh, but my heart is set on certain things right now.
Same. If Sprigatito doesn't become Lynx, then I am going to riot.
I think that is the consensus with everybody at this point. Like, people are expecting that. And part of me thinks it might just end up becoming a flamenco dancer.
Well, I mean, that could be possible, but there's the matter of we already have a flamenco dancer Pokemon. And I know that they will reuse things like that, but something as specific, I don't know if they would reuse.
True. And how often does a starter... Oh, I can't say that anymore. Gen 8 was full on referencing everything British. You got James Bond, you got the punk scene, and you also had soccer. Football for you non-America viewers. And I know I got them. I got plenty of people not from America watching my shit. And I'm sorry.
Why are you sorry?
Oh, because I will not be first, I called it soccer, and I know how much that pisses people off.
Who cares?
I
Yeah,
know.
who cares?
America, number one.
I'm just up
I mean,
here.
we're
in
not
as
shit at
I-
soccer, but
What was that,
Is
Dark?
America even?
I'm just up here in America's hat.
Yeah, yep. How's
Alternatively,
Canada?
it's interesting these days.
Fan of the, what do you call him, Prime Minister?
Kind of mixed feelings, even though I do kind of lean that way politically.
Oh, really? That should
Yep.
make things interesting
Dark
if we ever have
is-
you on during the...
A rare, sane. Well, I say rare, but like he's a moderate left, which is usually sane.
Usually. It's rare to find a sane left person nowadays.
Yeah. I mean, it's rare to find anyone sane who's actively
Oh,
political.
yeah. It's
Yeah.
now either extreme left or right, and if you are not extreme in either direction, you are...
Yep.
I don't know,
Versus
one-
them. Hoorah!
Yeah,
yeah.
It's all it's turning into, and that's disgusting at this point in time.
Yeah.
Man, I really want to get back into Pokemon though, because I haven't played a Pokemon game on the actual hardware since Platinum.
Arceus would be the best place to start because it was such a refreshing take on it.
I don't mind playing mainline Pokemon games.
I also don't know if Arceus would be the best place to start for someone who's getting back into Pokemon.
Oh, look, I'll shill that game until the cows come home.
I mean, same, but
I've heard
like,
it's really good.
oh, it is.
It's great. I mean, I guess you could start with Gen 9 when it comes out.
I
Yeah.
could, yeah. The first actual open world Pokemon games.
Fully open world, which is super exciting.
Complete with Game Freak frame
Start with
drops.
sardonyx.
I didn't hear the first part of that.
Who's that to?
You.
I was just saying you could start with sardonyx.
Yeah.
But it's not done yet.
So
Yeah, it's going to be wild when it's 100% finished.
Yeah.
It's already that's some insanity thanks to me.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I remember.
When demo come out.
Something band.
yeah.
That's a joke from like 12 years ago.
You'll find I'm the king of those.
Yep. Dark doesn't know when to let a meme die.
I
Some
am a
memes never
meme.
die.
Get it right.
That too. That too.
Some memes deserve to live on forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some
Especially
apparently
when
become
there's-
sentient beings.
Oh, speaking of memes, I sent this to myself, and I wanted to share it with you guys.
Oh boy.
But,
It's
something I
It's-
wanted to bring up. Oh
go ahead.
Go
This
ahead.
is going to take me a few seconds to send.
no, I was gonna get us off of Pokemon. So if you're still on that, so
We always go back to it, anyways.
Yeah.
true. But I wanted to mention that an anime ended today, and I don't know what to do with myself.
I saw your tweet about that.
Yeah.
Oh, I know that feeling. I've had that happen to me with a lot of shows. Books too, especially.
And like the manga is still ongoing, so eventually there'll be more adapted, but the anime is almost caught up to the manga basically, so
I assume they're
it'll
not going to
probably
pull
be like
Naruto.
2
On that-
years before we see
on
any
that
more
On that note,
content.
I am really fucking both sad and angry that Toei Animation got hacked because Superhero got delayed.
I didn't know they got hacked.
Yeah, they did.
When did that
Dragon
happen?
Ball Superhero got delayed because of it.
Damn.
Oh, jeez.
It's a shame because that's like a full CG anime movie and it actually looks really good.
That's rare for CG.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I feel like someone was starting a topic and then like something happened. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, that's
was
the
Phoenix.
talk.
Okay.
What was my subject I was starting?
I don't know.
Something Pokemon related, I think.
Oh, I don't remember now. Pokemon, am I right?
That's especially funny considering like what was it yesterday? Last night? Kuda? The person who asked you
yeah.
where to talk about.
Yeah, we're to talk about Pokemon in a server that has a clearly labeled Pokemon channel.
Oh, I think you put that in politics general. See, you're lucky I don't answer people on it because I will give wise ass answers like that.
And then I would tell you to stop.
I know, that's why I don't do things. That's why I don't be a smartass.
Better a smartass than a dumbass.
Get stupid answers. Huh?
Better a smartass than a dumbass.
True.
Yeah.
Also, I like the thing that you ask stupid questions, you're going to get stupid answers.
Yep.
Yeah.
Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Yep.
God damn it, you beat me to
it.
You're predictable.
I know.
And to complete the sayings, fuck around and find out.
Yep. Hey, Giga, test that out really quick, please.
Sure.
Actually, I need to... There we go. I have tweaked both the normal faux box and the normal outline box.
I got a question for you, Kalian. When you draw on your tablet, do you wear one of those finger glove things?
No.
Oh, okay. I just wonder if those are actually necessary.
Okay, so artists will typically wear the gloves or braces to prevent carpal tunnel.
Oh, so definitely need it done for me. I already have it starting to...
Yeah, then definitely invest in a wrist brace.
Okay, definitely will then. Because I only been needle felting for a year and I'm already feeling the effects of it.
Mm.
I thought painting was harmful on me.
So, fun fact with carpal tunnel, because I have my my chair further down than I should rather than further up than I should, like what most people have. Instead of getting carpal tunnel, I get cubital tunnel.
Mm.
What's that? Or
Which
where is that?
It's kind of like carpal tunnel, but in the elbow.
Ooh, like tennis elbow?
Yeah.
My mom has tennis elbow.
Yeah, a bit like that, yeah. But basically, it's when you have your seat lower than you really should.
It sounds painful.
Yeah. One thing it does is it'll make the pinky and the ring finger go numb. Just every once in a while.
I have that happen a lot, and I always
that
assume I have bad posture.
I mean,
That
can
happens
also
to me
be
when I
why.
lean on it too much.
It is bad posture, yes.
That's from having your arm up too high?
Yeah, basically.
I gotta rearrange the way I sit when I'm in the living room on my computer.
No doubt.
Because I have it sometimes where my arm from my elbow down just goes numb sometimes.
Yep.
Like I said last week, this show is educational.
Yep.
But yeah, it's Cubital Tunnel because, like, if you're familiar with like old systems of measurements, a cubit is the measure from the elbow to the tip of the finger. So,
Cool.
cubit refers to the elbow.
It's awesome. I never knew that.
I
Yeah.
kind of figured it had something to do with that.
I'm making a quick adjustment, Giga. I say quick, but it's not really that quick, but whatever.
Is anything really ever quick?
Yeah.
Not for me.
Are
Don't.
there any Harry Potter nuts in this group, by the way?
I used to be.
Did you see the new game they're making?
Yep.
It looks so good. Like, we grew up with Harry Potter. Our age group grew up with it.
Yep.
And I'm just like, I looked at the game, and that game is like everything I wanted when I was little. I mean, once they showed riding the brooms, I was like, oh, I'm so getting this game.
The march of technology does have its benefits.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god, that just reminds me of the existential crisis that we facilitated yesterday. I think it was, Nate.
Maybe.
About
Which
how
one are we talking about here?
there is just a limit to what technology is going to be able to do.
Oh, yes.
So,
Like, there is in terms of just like density of data and energy you can store in any one space, there's a limit to that. And we are very much like at that limit. We're at the point where we can't build better more dense batteries, more dense data storage,
And we're fast approaching that point with CPUs too.
yeah.
Why do you think modern
Yeah,
CPUs are
yeah.
so fucking hot?
Yeah. So, it's just interesting to think about that we're going to hit a limit soon that we're going to have to do something different.
Yep.
We need a thing inventor to invent another thing inventor.
What?
Nice. I take it you watched the CGP Grey video then.
What?
I'm pretty sure that was a part in the CGP Grey video.
I'm making a reference to the History of the Universe video.
Oh, right. I got those mixed up.
Not history of the universe, history of the entire world.
Yeah, that's
I
it.
guess.
Yeah, no, I
I
just got
watched.
those two
Bill
mixed
works.
up. That
I have to watch that video at least once a year.
I understand that feeling.
It's just so fun. It's just like it reminds me of a feel good part of the internet back before everyone was at each other's throats just for not being in your clan.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I was talking to one of my good friends today. I think it was today. It was either yesterday or today. And it's like we need a reset.
Yeah.
Because we're going too far and things are just getting worse and worse. We need to stop the brakes and like just chill the fuck out for a while.
Giga, try that.
I had a bit of an existential moment myself today when I realized the Lego movie came out almost 10 years ago.
Mm.
Jesus.
I'm almost fucking 30.
I am 30.
And
The
I'm
rest
having
of
an
us are
existential
27.
crisis. Jeez. That's a fight.
I just want the warm weather back.
Huh.
Like last week, I was literally in shorts and a tank top outside, and now we have snow coming this weekend.
It'll be back
Doesn't stop
eventually.
me from wearing shorts and a t-shirt.
Oh, I'm still going to. Well, you live someplace warm, don't you?
West Virginia, like the
Oh,
Eastern Panhandle, so
no.
still, you know,
You get probably kind of similar weather
still
to I
get
get.
winters. Yeah.
I mean,
No,
I'm still
I'm
going
just someone that like it can be like less than 40 degrees and I'm like, I can still do shorts and a t-shirt.
You sound like a New Yorker. That's what we do here. Like, there are people who will go outside in shorts, flip flops, and a tank top in the middle of a blizzard.
Sounds about right to me. Of course you don't understand, Giga.
I was
You
just
live in
about to say,
Florida.
you get that Florida weather.
I need to get moving to Florida.
Like, up here in Nova Scotia, we kind of have the Kansas weather problem, where it can be boiling hot in one corner of the province, and where I live, it'll be like minus 15 degrees Celsius with freezing rain or something.
I
And
forgot.
I love it. We were just talking about cold. I forget. You're Canadian. You are the king of cold.
Oh, trust me, we hate it too.
Dark. I forgot that you were in Nova Scotia now.
Oh yeah, I am.
My brain was still keeping you in Ontario.
I wish I was still in Ontario, but it's basically like trying to buy a house in New York State.
Funny you should say that,
I know.
because Phoenix is in New York.
It's hell. It is hell. By the way, it is. I'd rather be in one of the circles of hell than in New York State. Taxes suck. And I'm in a easy to live part of New York. I don't live down in the city. I live in central New York.
Mhm.
Technically
God,
upstate.
imagine being able to afford anywhere a place to live in New York City.
Huh. Like, that's something I'm glad this subject, because I've always wanted to bitch about this. You get those people on the internet screaming, we can't afford a $1,500 rent, $2,500 rent. Don't live in New York City. Don't try to make a life in New York City. It's a cesspool. As someone who lives in New York State and has seen that shit firsthand, do not live in New York City.
That's
Do not
like, don't live in New York City in the context of like living in Toronto. Doesn't actually work, because in Ontario, literally everywhere else is exactly the same price as Toronto is right now.
Oh, that's terrible.
It's fucking awful.
I just need to interrupt really quickly. Giga, would you change anything about the how the normal data boxes look right now? Because I'm pretty satisfied with them, but
Yeah, no, I think it's good.
okay.
Gonna deal with some internet issues real quick.
Okay.
All right.
But continuing with the rent thing real quick. My family, we have rental property we rent out. And when we hear that our place, if it was like down in New York City, we would be able to charge like $4,000 for what we rent, it boggles our mind because we just charge $500 for it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like my mom would never raise it above that because that's pointless.
Like, the absolute absurdity of housing prices in Ontario is the biggest reason my family moved out here to Nova Scotia. So now I'm sitting in a cheap house with god tier gigabit internet in a tiny town.
There's nothing wrong with a tiny town, though. Or
Nah.
do you like larger places?
I prefer cities, but I acknowledge that I'll probably never be able to live in one because they're too fucking expensive.
I am on the verge of throwing everything away and just moving to the country. Buying a plot of land and just saying fuck it.
I don't know how sustainable that is either.
Oh, I can start doing my way into it.
Good luck with internet in the country.
I would pay to have it fiber optics put in. I don't care how much that would be.
Good luck having the local like general store person buying your turnips if you're just living out in the middle of nowhere.
Crossing.
Before turnips. I'm a spinach guy first year spring.
Really?
I used kale, I think it is. It sells better than turnips.
Well, yeah, almost everything sells better than turnips, but like turnips are a great year one crop just because they grow so quickly.
Oh, I know. I mean, I still the ones we get from the mayor, I still grow them.
Yeah.
Like I will either potatoes because they do the multiple yields.
Honestly, the best thing to do with Stardew spring crops is just invest in strawberries.
Yeah, but that's halfway through the month, and you only get most 3 harvests out of it.
That's why you save a bunch of seeds for next year.
Yeah, that's usually what I do.
Yeah.
That's spring year too.
People are probably just smiling and nodding since we suddenly launched into a Stardew tangent.
Stardew Valley tangent.
Yep. That happens.
You want to know something? That happens with a lot of my friends because almost all of my friends play Stardew Valley, so it will happen randomly like that. Like literally, one of my friends messaged me about the mermaid pendant today, and I was like, "What?" It was funny.
I'm like in this group, I'm like the odd one out when it comes to taste in games. Everyone else plays Arknights. I don't. Everyone else plays Stardew Valley. I don't.
I mean, I would play Arknights, but my phone's very stingy with space to the point I have to get a new one now. Because I had to delete so much just to update Pokemon Go.
Giga, what's the difference between the normal and the thin boxes for foes? Because, like, I'm comparing the two, and they are the exact same size.
The thin's used for double battles.
Well, yeah, but, like, why bother having 2 different templates? Can I just literally copy-paste this?
If I had to bet, probably some weird essentials nonsense.
Yeah, in which case I probably would just deal with it.
Hang on, I'm just gonna copy-paste and see how that works. Because what the fuck? Giga, try getting into a double battle with... Yeah. The foe box is what I just changed. Because I know that the ally box is missing things. But
fuck?
Dark, you're not really the odd one out when it comes to games because you play Elder Scrolls, and so do like
all of us.
Except for Giga, who played ESO once when I was visiting him, and he was playing on my account.
Giga never played Skyrim?
As far as I'm aware now. Giga?
Oh. How have you not played Skyrim?
I mean...
Because I didn't feel like it?
I've put maybe like half an hour into Skyrim at most.
Yeah, but you
probably
play ESO.
Less. True.
No, I gotta give Giga props. He didn't give into the zeitgeist of Skyrim. That was the biggest thing at the time.
I mean, if I have my way, he's gonna play ESO eventually.
Man, on the topic of Skyrim, one of my favorite Steam reviews of all time was when for when Anniversary Edition came out, and it's just, man, fuck you, Todd. Anyway, here's your $19.99.
I can't bitch about it because I have paid for the upgrades.
Yeah, my review for Old Rim on Steam is something to the effect of, in the middle of a civil war and a dragon crisis and killing people in the name of Sithis, I still find time to adopt a child and build a house.
Do you know what's wild?
What?
People are still discovering new shit in Skyrim to this
Oh
day.
yeah.
Like last time I played it, I found an area I never once saw.
Yeah, I get that all the time. I think that Skyrim is running low on secrets that haven't been discovered at all, but they still
Mhm.
exist.
Hmm.
Definitely. And then there's all the little hidden details to be found too.
It's part 54 of 10 details you might have missed in Skyrim.
Oh, that is the series that keeps on going.
Yep.
That will never end.
I'm glad that we both know what...
People are still
Oh,
finding
yeah.
gameplay mechanics in Breath of the Wild.
You know,
Man.
that just reminds me that, like, we're still discovering interesting little quirks about how Pokemon Mystery Dungeon works. And specifically blue and red rescue teams. Because Picaspree is doing this Purity Forest challenge where he tries to clear Purity Forest with all 386 Pokemon that are in Rescue Team. And I swear every clear, or at least every couple of clears, he discovers a new mechanic that just ruins one of his runs. Like, for example, if you take an item from Kecleon and you walk off the carpet, so just a faster way to get Kecleon to warp to you so you can pay instead of just going over to talk to Kecleon.
Mhm.
If you happen to step on a sleep trap and fall asleep, Kecleon will consider that shoplifting
Oh.
because you are
that's funny.
physically unable to pay.
Just like that, the run's ruined.
Yeah, Giga, I assume that looks fine in game.
That's why I
Yeah,
will
I see
always
it, but like
appreciate.
I'm not seeing it in game itself. I'm seeing it at a lower res, and my eyes are bad. Yeah, it looks fine to me, but I'm not sure.
Man, the one Picaspree stream I've watched recently, I came in at just the right time to witness him getting trolled by Cottony in his fucking 6th miracle run,
That
and then
was
immediately
painful.
get the worst level up of all time.
That was painful.
Oh shit! I was supposed to live stream this week.
Are
Oh
you?
well.
Oh yeah.
I want to do a Shiny Hunt live stream just because I had nothing going, and it's just like live stream, Elden Ring. It's obvious which one's going to win out in the end.
Mm.
And I've sunk, I think, 80 hours to this and only killed 2 bosses.
Mm.
Major bosses. But to be fair, I don't even know what counts as a major boss anymore. Everything seems like it's a world-ending god.
I mean, that's just a FromSoft game at that point.
Yep.
Yep. It's like even an end dungeon boss, it's supposed to be just a mini boss. It's still this gigantic spectacle.
Oh,
And
this
I'm
is just
glad I bought
flipped. Okay, that makes things easier. It's just flipped. That makes it easier. Okay. Well, mostly. Okay, I should say. So for anyone who wants context, that little bit of self conversation, I guess. I realized that the thin boxes were just flipped versions of each other, but I need to fix the HP.
9H.
Only 9 H's. You need to.
Yeah, only 9H. God, we're not at crown yet.
I don't know if I understand that reference.
35 seconds, nice.
Yeah, you probably wouldn't have understood it.
Also,
Thanks, Mario.
like,
It's Super Mario 3D World. The maximum number of lives you can have in that game is, and I shit you not, crown.
so it's the Pac-Man model of noting numbers.
No, it's not even that. You can get to 999, but as soon as you get above 999, you start getting crowns.
That's crazy. I never knew that. This is the original Mario?
No, it's Mario 3D World.
Oh, okay. I have that. I can try doing that. Out of morbid curiosity.
I am now reminded of something that I was just musing about earlier. So what if we've been mispronouncing Mankey for 25 years? What if it's not Mankey, but it's Mankey because it's a mad monkey?
What?
Huh? Where did this come from?
Nate is like the only person I've ever seen using Altaran Mankey in Sardonyx.
Oh. Mankey. Well, I've always pronounced it Mankey. But I always thought that was just an accent thing.
See, most people say Mankey. But what if it's not Mankey? What if it's Mankey because it's a mad monkey?
Might just be that. That's why I wished it was like official pronunciations, like right from Game Freak.
Yeah.
Like, who would know better than the creator of the Pokemon to name the thing, to like say their names?
Yeah.
Because I guarantee there's a million Pokemon we're mispronouncing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Especially when even like official media does shit like saying Groudon or in the case of Pokedex 3D, Ferrothorn instead of Ferrothorn.
Ferrothorn?
Yeah.
Oh, I want to hit the person who says that now.
Yeah. That's a thing that happens.
I mean, I can understand Arceus having such a weird pronunciation and having to go through so many different pronunciation changes. Ferrothorn, Ferrothorn, I can't even. That just cringes me to say it like that.
I think the only member of the four Sinnoh Pokemon there that doesn't have any controversy surrounding how its name is pronounced is Palkia.
I pronounce it Palkia.
But that's not really
that's
not a huge difference.
No, it's not. What's the controversy
like
with
Dialga
Dialga
versus Dialga.
Oh, okay.
But okay.
Or hard G versus soft G Giratina.
Giratina.
It's almost definitely Giratina, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Because
I just tend to pronounce a lot of my G's the same way.
Part of its name comes from guillotine.
Really?
Yes.
I wouldn't have known that.
The way Loxin described Giratina's name origin is something along the lines of wandering red opal-encrusted platinum guillotine. Yeah.
Interesting.
What does... Never mind.
What?
I was going to try to think of the Greasiest orb.
Grisius is, I think, just a reference to opals, maybe?
Okay. I think so.
Then the absolute classic, Rayquaza versus Rayquaza.
Oh, I've heard it pronounced both ways.
Well, everyone pronounced it Rayquaza until the Deoxys movie came out. And then we realized it was Rayquaza.
Mm-hmm. Well, the Quasar, so...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I've always pronounced it Rayquaza.
I used to say Rayquaza.
I think I always pronounced it Rayquaza.
Okay, I used to pronounce it Rayquaza because I didn't know what a Quasar was.
I was the nerdy kid who knew.
I mean, I was also nerdy, but at the time, I think I was also 11.
I also think part of the issue with some of these legendary names is that they're not exactly intuitive to pronounce.
True.
Fair. Also, Giga, try that. I think I've gotten all of the data boxes done.
Man, I wish this hat didn't give me such good stats. It looks so stupid. It's a crescent moon crown. It just looks so stupid, but it gives me +3 or plus. I think it's +3 or +5 intelligence.
And I keep like Gig and I have gotten a lot done in some 3.0 scenes in the last few days, and some of it is just fucking hilarious. But also,
Nice.
it
Yeah.
makes me super excited for when we actually get 3.0 out. What did I do?
I think you forgot to make it the right
Oops.
side.
Yep, okay, that makes sense.
Only I could see what was going on.
Give me a moment.
Don't worry. You should have context in a moment. Dark.
Okay, now try.
Yeah.
It's
to start
because
a new
I need
battle.
to shrink it so I can actually work with it, and then I just forget to enlarge it again.
Yeah, just for everyone else's benefit.
Yeah. Also, nice gabite there.
I like its fin.
Thanks. That totally didn't just make it radiant.
Yeah, that's a
I like the
completely full odds, legitimate radiant gabite there.
Yeah.
No hacks
Literally-
required.
Literally have a better chance of winning the lotto than getting a radiant.
Well, full odds. There will be ways to increase it. In fact, I kind of came up with one a few days ago.
Oh, I'd love to hear.
Yeah.
I will
If you're
tell
allowed to
you
share on camera.
after we record.
Okay.
No
So I take it it's
spoilers.
not a charm.
No.
Very interesting then.
No.
That's not a good noise.
All right. Which one of you broke what this time?
It's probably just the UI thing that I'm messing with. But yeah, like all the scenes that Giga and I've been working on over the past few days just make me super excited for 3.0 in general because there's a load of just character development.
How many hours would you say 3.0 adds to the already existing?
I don't know.
I'm saying basically if I pick up where I left off, how much episodes will I get from
I
it?
don't know.
You know I'm going to show this hard, this game.
Okay, listen, we've barely done anything outside of Lapazuli and Onyxia, and those two cities aren't even close to each other.
Damn, so you got a lot done then.
No, I mean, like,
Oh.
The opposite.
yeah. Also,
Oh.
that just... can you get a status on one of them, Giga? Can you get a status on one of them so I can see where the thing lands? Also, why is that Toxtricity level 93?
I don't
Why
remember
wouldn't
why
it
I
be?
made it level 93.
Why wouldn't it be?
Come to
That
think of
seems
it,
like a perfectly
that
reasonable
entire
level.
player party is complete overkill for the demo encounter.
I think we're all a little overkill.
Okay, so I just need to move things over a few pixels. Can you see how many pixels? Actually, that should be fine to just move.
A gold star. Does that mean radiant?
Yes.
Oh, I like that. That's a nice little touch.
Yeah, so red star means shiny, a blue star means metallic, and a gold star means radiant.
Now, what were the odds for metallic again?
8192.
Oh, the old shiny odds.
Yes.
You know, this might be bad, but I kind of hope they keep the shiny hunting from Arceus and Scarlet and Violet. I know it makes it super easy to get shinies, but it's never been so much fun doing it.
Giga, ignore the fact that it's not been cleaned up. See if that lines up.
A bit more.
Like, okay.
Give me a moment.
Damn, it's getting expensive to level up. 50,000 runes to level up now.
Wow.
And I'm almost level 100, but damn.
Okay, that looks like 2 pixels. Okay. What?
I'm trying to think of what else we could talk about.
Don't worry about it so much because I'm distracted dealing with UI issues.
Mm.
I mean, we could just keep going on about Pokemon because honestly,
Eh,
that's what we talk about most of the time anyway.
Yeah.
yeah.
My channel is slowly turning back into a PokeTuber channel. Well, that's not fully true. I have a Minecraft series starting Monday.
Man, Minecraft, there's a game I can't play anymore.
How come?
I spent 4 years as an admin on a server full of 10-year-olds.
Oh god, I wouldn't want to touch it again either.
Yeah. Think of all the stupid you see in a lot of big servers amped up to 11. There were fucking Minecraft marriages going on
Oh, God.
between 10 and 9-year-olds.
I just cringed so hard.
Jeez.
Giga, try that.
My Minecraft
And it's even
girlfriend
more
broke up
awkward
with me.
trying to explain to them exactly why that's not
How it works.
good. Well, it's not even that. Like, why, like, adults might not see that as cute or anything. Why
Oh,
adults might
yeah.
go,
Because how do you know it's really a 10-year-old you're marrying and not a 50-year-old?
yeah.
Yeah, there's that.
I'm sorry. I always see the worst side of the internet.
Yeah.
This should be good.
What was that, Giga?
This should be good.
Okay. Perfect. Are you getting a minor visual glitch on large screen size? Because
I think that's
I notice when I tested it out on large specifically. It's fine on medium and extra large, but on large, there's like a sliver of pixels between the HP overlay and the actual like bottom of the HP container.
I think it's just they're trying to scaling and not really doing a good job.
Okay, so it's basically the battle UI equivalent of the thin lines that appear on tiles.
Yeah.
Okay.
RPG Maker XP.
Yeah,
Welcome.
with every RPG Maker XP game I've played, I've always had issues when it comes to the large screen size.
Yeah, and it's specifically large. It's generally fine on medium, and I don't usually play on extra large.
It usually is fine on extra large too,
Okay.
but I don't play on that size either. I use medium because it's the easiest one to fit into a layout.
I can't see anything at anything less than extra large, so
Fair. And I think that part of the battle UI is fine. I was trying to edit the cursor commands, but like it wasn't lining up the way that I thought it would, and I got frustrated and just kind of gave up on it.
So I've had an idea for a series I want to do, but I've been like writing the script for it. Called Dear Game Freak.
Oh,
It's supposed to be semi-satirical, like writing a love letter to them, but like complaining about certain things. Like it's like comedy kind of thing.
yeah.
Like the first episode is why is there no peacock Pokemon? And it's just
That
like
is a
fun.
good question.
It's exactly, see? Dear Game Freak, why is there no peacock Pokemon?
It's like how I realized earlier, there's not a coyote Pokemon yet.
Exactly, see? Like this series, I'm going to make this series a thing.
It took us 7 generations to get a fucking wolf.
Proper wolf.
A wolf.
Oh, you wouldn't believe how many people believe Mightyana's
It's a hyena.
wolf. I know.
I mean, the massive pointy ears don't exactly help.
But what about the name?
Yes, exactly, but do you know how few people actually pay attention to default Pokemon names?
Yeah.
what?
I think he's right.
Yeah. Like I think there's like so many little things. I originally intended to be like pointing out things that would make great Pokemon that have not been taken advantage of. Then I was like, then I can nitpick about like parts of games that have like nothing to them, like empty areas, like the power plants in X and Y.
I mean, I like that for the purpose of flavor.
Oh, I think it looks beautiful, but it would have been nice to have something there, like a legendary Pokemon post game.
You kind of forget the fact that like X and Y had a total of 3 legendary Pokemon.
Yeah, that's another thing that
Well, I mean,
saddens me.
you need to realize also that this is coming immediately after 2 generations where people complained about the amount of legendary Pokemon.
Oh, Sinnoh did have a stupid amount.
So did Unova.
6.
9.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about the genies.
They are not fucking genies.
I know, but they're forever going to be called that.
They are not fucking genies.
I know, and we actually have a genie Pokemon.
We have a Jin, but close enough.
The same thing, just Americanization of it.
It's not really an Americanization, it's a Westernization.
No, what we did to the Jin with Disney, that's Americanization. We ruined that. That's not the West, that's just America.
Fair.
Disney and ruining things. Name a more iconic duo.
Oh, that's so true.
Yeah.
Every single fairy tale. And especially now that they're going full on woke. And that's
The last good Disney movie was Utopia.
that was Disney?
Yes.
I would have always
Yeah.
guessed DreamWorks with that.
No, that was Disney.
'Cause that was such like heavy material matter for a kids movie. Like that was like,
Yeah.
oh, that's DreamWorks. It's like, okay, Disney. God damn.
Last
that
good
could-
Pixar movie was Coco.
I haven't seen Coco.
It's great.
Soul was. I loved Soul.
Eh.
I still need to see Soul.
It's.
Okay.
Wait, that's
Coco-
not
I
Pixar,
could
it's
see
Disney.
why people wouldn't like it.
It's experimental.
Yeah.
Wait. When did Moana come out in relation to Zootopia?
Hmm.
Did Moana come
I
out
don't
after
remember.
Zootopia? I think so. If that's the case, then the last good Disney movie was Moana.
Oh, here we go, boys. Kirby.
Yay!
More lore for the Kirby lore gods.
Oh,
And the lore for Kirby's fucking batshit insane.
The lore for Kirby
It
could
really
fill up
is.
like at least 50 huge books.
Mm-hmm.
There's so much and it's so like out there.
Kirby's like an elder god or something
it
now.
really is. Oh yeah, absolutely.
So that's why I think I grew to love Kirby more is when it actually came out that he's like some kind of elder deity kind of thing. It's like you would never guess from looking at that little pink puffball.
Everyone is
Probably
dead
look at the
except Kirby.
codes that I got for completing the demo.
Wait, you
Oh
get
my
stuff for
God,
completing the
so
demo?
Yeah, they give you present codes.
That's awesome. That's a good incentive to try the demo.
Yes.
Like I wish Game Freak would do more demos for their mainline games. Just make sure you don't put every single Pokemon in it. So it can be data mined.
I kind of just want smaller scale generations in terms of like how many Pokemon there are and stuff like that.
Mm.
Like
I think we're
ignoring,
going to.
you know, ignoring the whole, oh, there's no peacock Pokemon, there's no dolphin Pokemon, whatever. Like, if they were to not make another new Pokemon, and still do like regional variants and whatever else like that, but no new Pokemon, as it were, I think I'd be fine with that.
I wouldn't.
Neither would I. I would love a game
Mm.
with all regional variants to take a break from new Pokemon, but new Pokemon are needed to push the franchise.
Yep.
Yeah,
And that's because of the Pokemon Company International more than anything.
yeah.
They were Game Freak like slave drivers.
They do.
Yep.
I mean, I'm not that might be the one time I defend Game Freak because I'm not a full-on Game Freak fanboy.
Well, I mean,
I
it
would-
all comes down to the same things. Like, because Nintendo basically slave drives Game Freak, then the quality of Game Freak stuff goes down
Mhm.
because they're trying to meet deadlines and please Daddy Nintendo. And I
Yeah.
feel like Game Freak should be defended regardless when it comes to the quality of their work because it's all connected.
I just don't like the one. Some of their stances. Like we have to make our games easier to please the cell phone gaming crowd.
That might also just be something
Yeah.
from Nintendo,
Could be, but Masuda said it.
but that doesn't mean that it's a conclusion that he arrived to.
Oh, whatever it came from, that started the downfall of Pokemon, and I'm glad we're getting out of that downward trend.
I
I
would
know.
hardly call this a downfall.
Sword and Shield wasn't
I liked it.
top tier. I know, but
Okay.
the story was garbage. There was hardly any story. I know, you will defend it. I won't.
I like Sword and Shield.
It just feels like there was so much cut out of it that could have been added to it.
See, that's
Like
how I feel about Sinnoh.
I agree with that. Sinnoh doesn't feel finished.
It didn't feel finished until Platinum, and even then, it's a bit of a
Exactly, and
stretch.
yeah. And don't even get me started with Shining Diamond and whatever the remakes are called.
Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl.
Uh,
I think they're fine as games.
they could have improved upon the base game instead of just rehashing it all.
Yeah.
And
Also, you
that
have to.
phrase right there, that they're fine as games, I think that's where Game Freak's where the
BDSP was not
problem
Game
with
Freak.
Pokemon is.
Masuda was part of
I
it, though.
that's why I
Yeah.
that's why I corrected myself.
Yeah.
But like I'd say that is in general what is going on with Pokemon is that they're trying to make fine games.
Yeah.
Giga's chair dying in the background.
We don't talk about Giga's chair.
Yeah, no, it's like that's actually the first time in
Actually, I've
all
just
of
been
these,
sitting on my bed this whole time.
Oh.
out of all the times we've heard the chair, that none of us ever mentioned it.
We don't talk about Giga's background noise.
Nope. Like, can you imagine if Game Freak, or if the Pokemon Company International rather, would let Game Freak have like say 6 years to develop a Pokemon game?
I think 6 years is a bit too long, but at least like
5.
2 years between actual like releases. Because right now
Okay.
it's kind of at a pace where it's a release every year, and that's not good.
Oh,
Yeah, you need only look to what happened to Assassin's Creed for why that's a bad thing.
Yeah.
yep.
Yeah.
Also, I'm going to
And
stream my
And
screen.
it's not even just the pace. It's for me the expectations placed on them not only by Nintendo, but by the fans on what a Pokemon game is and should be.
Yeah.
That's another issue.
I'm
Also,
redoing Altaran Charizard's art because I need to.
I didn't get involved in the whole Sinnoh sucks whatever conversation earlier because I'm an ardent Sinnoh defender.
I mean, I didn't
I
really
love
say that
Sinnoh. That
Sinnoh
was my
sucked.
first.
I don't like Sinnoh, but I didn't say that it sucked.
Sinnoh, Diamond and Pearl were my first Pokemon games.
Ruby was mine, and
Yeah.
that might be why I like Hoenn so much.
That's
Funny
probably
enough,
why
I like Hoenn the most out of the 3 original Pokemon games I got into, and Crystal was the first one I played.
I want to say I have nostalgia for Sinnoh, but it's not Diamond and Pearl I have the nostalgia for.
Yeah.
It's Platinum. When I think Gen
Yeah.
4, my mind goes right to Platinum.
Yep.
Yeah, in your defense, like in your guys' defense, I'd never actually played Diamond or Pearl. I played Platinum.
Platinum is good. Diamond and Pearl are
Yes.
not.
Diamond and Pearl are a buggy mess. And it wasn't,
Not really buggy, they're just boring.
you can glitch right
I
to
mean,
Darkrai.
there's some.
You
pretty
can do the
nasty
same
bugs in
thing
there.
in Platinum. It's just a different method.
Okay, see, they at least fixed that one method.
And also, I will never not believe that them having tweaking in BDSP, I will never not believe that was intentional.
Oh, if the way things look, it was literally just copy and pasting Diamond and Pearl.
No, that's not what I mean.
Oh, what do you mean?
I mean that them leaving and tweaking feels very intentional. Because that's way too much of a coincidence otherwise.
I mean, maybe? But Masuda was the director, so he had hand in it.
Yeah.
And
Also,
he does kind of seem like the type that would let it in as a joke.
Also, I would just like to draw attention to the thing that I am streaming because I don't know why I love this claw.
Okay, let me take a look. Oh, it's so... Oh, no, I'm never doing that again. That was so trippy. Never use a controller and a mouse at the same time. I was so confused and trippy.
There was one time that
Ooh,
that's
really nice.
A couple of the keys on my keyboard broke, so I had to get a new keyboard for my laptop.
Mm-hmm.
And during that stint, for a game in particular, I was using controller and mouse to control it.
Oh dear.
So that was interesting.
You want to know something funny? They sell a thing like that for like the Xbox. It's like a extra controller thing where half of it's you use one hand for the controller and the right hand for the mouse. And I don't understand who would actually use that. Like, I can argue some first-person shooters games might want that.
Yes.
Because precision aiming mouse controller movement is so nice.
Look at this claw.
Yep.
Jeez.
The claw is gorgeous.
Like, on the topic of like input devices for games, there are very few games on PC that I will actively use a controller for. And if I ever want to play it again, Dark Souls 2 is one of them because the PC controls are terrible.
That's what I've heard. That is exactly what I've heard, especially with Elden Ring, because I've been watching a lot of videos for it. If you're not playing with controller, you're not playing right.
Hey, I played through Dark Souls 3 with mouse and keyboard. It wasn't that bad.
Nah.
Dark Souls 2, on the other hand, they give you presets for PC controls that I swear to God they based around a controller because they're the most unintuitive garbage I've ever had the displeasure of trying to play a game with. And you can't rebind the keys individually without doing some roundabout bullshit with Joy 2 key.
I use Joy 2 key for sardonyx.
That kind of makes sense, though.
Yeah, it does. Because I do not want to play sardonyx with the keyboard. No, like, it's just RPGs in general.
Yeah.
I know next time I play Sardonyx, I'm going to use my Tartarus for it instead.
Oh, yeah. Another game I will never play without a controller is Sonic Adventure DX Director's Cut. And that's only because the controls are so awful that to move around, you click and drag the mouse.
Ah.
Ooh.
So it's Nightcry.
Oh.
Yes, only it's a Sonic game, so it makes absolutely no sense.
It makes no sense for Nightcry either.
That's something that I've never seen a game that makes you move like that. That's strange.
And it's terrible.
Oh, you should.
And I hate it.
So for those that don't know, Nightcry is a spiritual successor to the Clock Tower games, and it is essentially a Resident Evil style game with point and click movement.
Oh no, I don't mean point and click. I mean,
know.
you literally hold down the left mouse button and drag your mouse.
I know, but I was just thinking stupid controls for the genre. Nightcry.
Like, whoever ported Sonic Adventure DX to PC for the director's cut, a mouse is not a joystick. Stop it. Get some help.
My mouse much longer.
What?
I don't know.
God, I love how
This
stupid
game
this
is
sounds.
so beautiful.
I love how stupid broken the spells are in this game.
Mm-hmm.
It's comical.
From Software games.
Everything's OP.
Actually, this is the first time magic has been good in a FromSoft game, from what I've heard.
True.
It was all right in Dark Souls 3. Just not as good as being apes together strong and doing a full strength build.
I just don't have the reflexes to dodge that well.
Oh no, neither do I. I was fat rolling the entire time.
See, like when I first started playing Elden Ring, I wanted to do a paladin build, and the fat rolling was something I couldn't deal with. I was like, "Oh no, this doesn't feel right," and that's when I restarted as an astrologer.
My Dark Souls 3 character was Cloud Strife in huge heavy armor with a giant sword, and all I would do was fat roll all over the place because my armor reduced enough damage to where most bosses couldn't kill me in like 2 or 3 hits.
Come watch Kuda struggle to draw a line.
And I think my crowning achievement in Dark Souls 3 as that character was literally one-hitting Pontiff Sullivan.
That's impressive to be able to one-shot a boss.
I had like 50 strength and a giant hammer.
The best part is you could probably make that build in this game just fine because I've seen people running around with stupidly large hammers and one-shotting things. And I mean, I think I even have a stupidly large hammer. I just don't use it.
I mean, if magic is good, then use magic.
Oh, magic is great. I'm able to... I don't know what to compare it to with Dark Souls, but yes, I do have giant hammers. Godric, the first boss, Godric the Grafted, I was able to take him down pretty fast with Rock Sling, which is the spell I'm using on screen right now to kill these gigantic birds. And all I had to do was make sure I don't get hit, and I was fine. The summons help so much in this game too.
I've heard a bunch of them have been nerfed because they were OP, though.
Oh yeah, Mimic Tier got super nerfed. And understandably so, because that just made a copy of your character and had it fight with, like, superior AI. And they just dumbed it down a tiny bit. Like, I think that's the only summon that got nerfed. The sword I was building to got nerfed. The Sword of Night and Flame.
Oh yeah, I saw that on Twitter at one point where the Sword of Night and Flame would literally one-hit every boss in the game with the laser.
Yep. And the fire does still the fire part of it does still really good damage. Unless you're invested heavily in Faith, it's not going to do anything. So I just respect my character to go full intelligence, and I'm just going to chuck a moon at people. Or use that same laser spell.
The one you get to chuck suns at people.
That's I think there is an incantation for that, but that's incantations. That's Faith. Faith and Arcane. There's dragon magic in this game, and I wish I was doing an Arcane Faith build because you can literally turn into a dragon at some points. I like this game a lot.
I can tell.
I don't care how much it pushes my shit in. I'm enjoying it.
I mean, if a From Software game wasn't pushing your shit in, would it really be a From Software game?
Oh god, no.
No.
And at least this one, they let you level up to get good instead of actually having to get good. I'm looking at you, Sekiro. No, I don't think that was From
Dark
Software.
Souls 2. Die in Dark Souls 2. Enjoy having half of your health bar locked away.
Didn't they change that for Dark Souls 3?
Yeah, it's not a thing in Dark Souls 3.
That's a good idea. Like, that's a terrible,
God, Hollow in
terrible
Dark
idea.
Souls 2 was obnoxious.
Guys, how does this wing look?
Looks pretty good.
It does look really good. So what's making you want to redraw it?
Style consistency.
Oh, shit!
Were you not paying
You
attention?
okay?
Yep, and I just walked off a cliff.
Rip.
Good job.
Thank you, Elden Ring.
Thank God my runes will respawn at the top of the cliff. You can say this isn't the first time I've walked off this exact cliff.
Oh my. See, I was making a thank you Dark Souls joke, but that works too. Thank you Dark Souls is like the greatest. I wouldn't even call it a YouTube series. It's more of a YouTube meme that I've
I'll
ever
have to
seen to
check
do
that
with
out.
any game.
I'll have to
Just
check that
literally,
out.
literally, just next time you're on YouTube, type in the search bar "Thank you Dark Souls" and press enter.
Okay. Because that sounds like... Because I've been... A lot of my
is-
YouTube content has been this and like old Dark Souls stuff.
It is hilarious.
And I've been watching a lot of meme builds for these games. I don't know how people do it. Stupid builds that shouldn't work, but do. Like someone made a Sonic the Hedgehog build for Elden Ring, where all you do is roll into things and do damage.
That just reminds me that
That's
there's a, like
amazing.
official crossover stuff between Monster Hunter and Sonic.
Oh yeah,
Well,
there
yeah,
is
you
also
showed me,
Monster
that's
Hunter and
gross.
Mega Man.
Yep.
That's
At
some
least the Mega
cursed
Man
shit.
one, like makes sense from the in the sense of they're both Capcom
Yeah.
properties.
Mm-hmm. Also, Monster Hunter and Final Fantasy XIV.
Monster Hunter and Okami, which makes sense because the fucking Palamute is just Amaterasu's rig.
And again,
Yeah.
Capcom.
I really
Oh,
got
right,
God,
there's,
there needs to be a Phoenix Wright crossover. That would be hilarious.
No, like even better. Monster Hunter and Resident Evil. I don't know why they haven't done that yet. And also, just like there's official crossover between Monster Hunter and Fate because of a game
Yeah.
called Monster Hunter Frontier, which had crossovers with fucking everything.
Ah, yes, Japan only fan service games.
I don't know if Monster Hunter Frontier was Japan only. I think there was a Korean release.
You know, I was about to say there should be a crossover with Pokemon, then I realized Pokemon Arceus is just Monster Hunter and Pokemon.
Yeah.
Like, I was just saying, since I enjoyed Arceus so much, I really should just try Monster Hunter.
You really should play Rise because it's newcomer friendly as far as Monster Hunter goes, and also I need more friends to hunt with.
Rise, that's on the Switch, right?
Yep.
Okay.
And
I
it's
remember
getting
that.
it's
By
getting its
newcomer
DLC soon.
friendly, she means
As far
she
as
really
Monster Hunter
does
goes.
mean as far as Monster Hunter goes.
Yeah, I remember my first time
Like-
playing Monster Hunter. I was on the 3DS, the one on the 3DS.
Was it the demo?
No, I have the
Okay.
full game. I absolutely adored
Generations?
it. I don't remember.
No,
it the
Generations is on 3DS and Switch, I believe, because I have
I
it on
think-
Switch.
I think it was Monster Hunter
It
4.
would,
What?
or
Maybe
3.
it was Freedom Unite or whatever it's called.
Oh, I remember having a blast playing it, but not knowing a single thing I was doing.
That's
And I
Monster
just
Hunter
got
for you.
walled by a giant boss, so I stopped
Yeah.
playing it.
I mean, yeah, definitely get Monster Hunter Rise because it's getting a DLC soon and it looks so good.
the only reason I brought up Generations is because it's stuck in my mind for years. Because way back when it first came out, one of my favorite streaming trios did a 1,000-hour marathon on
God.
release.
I have Generations Ultimate. And like
I mean,
between Generations Ultimate and Rise, I have games that have like my top 5 monsters in them. Which like Nargacuga, obviously, Valstrax, which is in both, but was like the flagship for Generations Ultimate. Mizusune, which that's kind of obvious. Fatalis, and I don't know what I would say my 5th favorite is. I just did top 5 as a general thing.
You know, I have such a giant backlog of games, it's not even funny.
I still need to play Soul Calibur 6 because I played every Soul Calibur game except 6.
Mm. Oh, I actually need to amend my statement. It has my
own it.
top 4, but I forgot that my 5th top favorite is Shantian, which is Frontier only. because
Question about Monster Hunter.
yes,
How's the music?
yes.
Okay.
Good, very good.
Because the music's such an important part for me with video games. If the music sucks, that kind of makes me not want to play it.
Monster Hunter has fantastic music.
Okay.
Here's a bit of a trick question. If music matters that much, would you play Sonic 2006?
Which one's that again? Is that the
Ooh.
really bad one?
That's the really bad one, but the one redeeming quality it has is its music.
Hey, underneath all the shit in Sonic 06, there is something there.
I mean, yeah.
Underneath, just
If there wasn't, people wouldn't be trying to remake it into something that's actually playable.
yeah.
I feel like, if nothing else, there was passion behind it.
There absolutely was. They were trying to do something.
It's just that
And
they
the issue ended up being was the whole thing with Diamond and Pearl being rushed only amped up to 11 and a half.
Oof.
And for some reason,
The
there's a
build-
story sticking out in my mind that, like, didn't they have to, like, restart it at least once or something like that?
No, the actual thing that happened was the build we got was an earlier version of the game than what was showed at the Tokyo Game Show.
huh.
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh wow, that's bad.
because they just couldn't get everything done in time.
Man.
wow.
And just think, there's an alternate universe where that game was a huge hit.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
When you see the shit they wanted to do with Sonic 2006, it's really a shame how bad it ended up being.
Sometimes I guess it's the whole keep it simple, stupid kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because when it comes to Sonic, there's a reason why that what was that one that remade the original ones? It was like super popular. It was like made by fans.
Oh, Sonic Mania.
Yeah, people went nuts for that, and it was just a rehash of all the old stuff.
Now, here's the thing: Sonic Mania is actually really, really good on its own.
And they brought back Bean the Dynamite.
But the thing I'm going to bring up about Sonic 2006 is a lot of the stuff they wanted to do with it is some of the stuff they ended up doing with Sonic Frontiers. Sonic 2006, from what I understand, was going to be Frontiers before Frontiers was even a thing. They wanted to do the whole day-night cycle open world thing with it, but they never got the time to do it, so it ended up being garbage.
That's such an ambitious thing for that era of gaming, too.
Yeah.
They definitely bit off more than they can chew, and it's a shame it didn't go anywhere. Oh, it went somewhere.
Right into the trash.
You took the
I
words.
mean,
out of
Sonic
my mouth.
Unleashed has its problems, but it is at least a very good game. And now with the Xbox Series, we can finally play it at 60 FPS.
Yeah. Having watched a YouTuber play it, I think that there is a worse Sonic game than Sonic 06.
Oh, for sure.
And that is Sonic and the Secret Rings.
I don't even
You better
remember that one.
you better not tell Flame that.
I played
Like,
played Seven Rings, and I would agree.
Oh, that's too fucking flashy. Oh my god.
So, for context, for Dark's comment there, Flame is an old friend of the Zedge/Sardonyx crew, who we maintain contact with on Twitter and occasionally in the dev server, and he's from Pokemon Acanthite, and he's a cool guy.
And he is Sonic and the Secret Rings' biggest defender of all time.
I played Secret Rings, just nope.
You see, at least you can enjoy the shit show of Sonic 06. It's a bit funny, just, you know, how it, yeah.
Guys, what
There
if,
is zero enjoyment
it's kind of
from what I
like-
could see from Secret
It's kind
Rings.
of like a so bad it's weirdly good scenario.
guys, what
yeah,
if
with 06, yeah.
what if Charizard looked like this?
Serpent?
Terrifying.
No.
You know, I'm a sucker for serpents with arms, so I would approve. But I also have terrible. I like terrible ideas sometimes.
That wasn't an idea. That was just an imagine.
Oh, I know. I finally can launch moons at people, and it makes me so happy.
That's such a weird sentence.
I know.
I mean, just play a Dragon Ball Z fighting game if you want to launch suns at people.
Yeah.
Oh, that does so much damage. Oh, he eats my mana up like crazy. Wow.
What, you thought there was no trade-off?
Oh no, I knew it was going to eat my mana up. Like, damn. But it's so worth it though. It literally just cut this bird's health in half, and it does a debuff on it, so they take more magic damage. And if I upgrade this special scepter higher, it'll boost it even further, which is awesome. I don't have the stuff to upgrade it for now, so I'm just going to back to my old loadout.
I just realized Sonic and I mean Kirby and the Forgotten Land is just Kaya Dark Lineage. Holy shit.
Man, I'm still sad we're probably never going to get another Dark Cloud game ever again.
At this point, I'm just smiling and nodding
Yeah.
because I've not played any of these.
Is there
Okay, so nobody fucking played Kaya Dark Lineage.
Also, you keep saying that, and it keeps throwing me off.
And the way I'd explain Dark Cloud is a fancy game UI over a bunch of spreadsheets.
Ah, okay. Sounds like my kind of game.
It's
So-
it's
yeah, I was
like
gonna
an
say.
it's an early PS2 dungeon crawling / town building type of game.
Oh.
That's a strange combination.
It's level 5. They're known for that.
I mean, I think the weirdest genre combination goes to ActRaiser,
Heard
in
the
which
name.
half of the game is a very, very basic city building game. The other half of the game is a Ghosts and Goblins style platformer.
Oh, that's
Makes me think of Spore.
that goes through random changes, well, drastic changes too.
Yeah.
You go from a point-and-click adventure in the cell stage,
To an RPG in the creature stage.
and then all the way to an RTS in the end.
You do city building first.
Oh yeah, then it's RTS.
Yeah. And then it's basically Civilization.
Mhm.
Except more of an RTS.
Also, I'm pretty sure I've explained this series to Nate before, but Shadow Hearts.
Never heard of it.
Shadow Hearts is
I've heard of it. Yeah.
Shadow Hearts is a rather weird series of JRPGs. It doesn't use a traditional JRPG combat system. Instead, you have this thing called the Judgment Ring, which, to explain the Judgment Ring, it determines whether your attacks hit and how many attacks you get based on how many areas of the Judgment Ring you hit.
Huh.
And
Sounds-
some of the characters in this series are the zaniest shit you will ever see. Like in Shadow Hearts 3, there is a guy who makes weapons. He's a guy who thinks he's a ninja, an American ninja, who makes weapons by attaching random shit he finds all over the place onto a katana hilt.
Yeah, okay, that I remember it now.
Frank, everyone.
I remember you talking.
Ah, yes,
Man,
cheating on the
Speaking
tail.
of weird JRPGs, Chrono Cross is coming to Switch.
What was that other weird one you were playing a while back? Not Future Where Man Lives. The
Graffiti
other one.
Kingdom.
I'm trying to remember which one you're talking about here.
From what I saw of it, you were like doing this weird airship segment.
That just sounds like Klonoa.
It's not.
No. Let's see. Oh, Alundra? Alundra 2?
I think that was it.
I love Alundra 2 so much, and people who liked Alundra 1 hate Alundra 2 because it's like a completely different game.
This is fucking terrifying. T-Rex dogs are a thing, I guess.
Mm.
And they're terrifying.
They certainly sound like it.
I don't like Caelid. This place is hell.
I also remember ranting on about this at length to Nate when I was talking to him about Shadow Hearts. But in Shadow Hearts 3, you never want to use the first character you get until you 100% the game, because Johnny is absolutely fucking useless until you 100% the game.
What?
Yeah. When you 100% the game, the character you start with becomes a Waker, who is OP as hell. But until you do that, he's best relegated to just healing people outside the main party. Johnny is so bad. He does negative damage and has negative health.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, he's bad.
Oh, fuck you.
But yeah, also interesting with Chrono Cross coming to Switch is it's also coming with the game Radical Dreamers,
Mm.
which is a weird sort of interquel that eventually became Chrono Cross, but it was more of like a visual novel.
Okay.
And it's something that was never released until now that it's coming to Switch.
Why was it never released?
It just was never finished.
Oh, okay.
Like, ideas in it eventually became Chrono Cross, but it was just the actual game of Radical Dreamers just never got finished.
Gotcha. Oh, at least it's finally coming out.
Yeah.
That must give some nice feeling to the devs who worked hard on it to begin with.
Yeah.
Yeah, I posted a video of Shadow Hearts 3, and the only reason Johnny looks competent here is because this is the first level and every enemy sucks.
Oh my god, Kirby in the Forgotten Land feels so good.
Oh, I just broke my character.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
No, it's that's how powerful I am right now. I just broke my character.
Oh.
Like I have a spell. What is it called? It makes me smile every time I use it. Cannon of Harma. You're just throwing a holy hand grenade at this point with the damage it does. It's the holy hand grenade. Like, if you need to clear an area, it's the nuke. Name's wild.
I love this brush for fire.
What brush is that?
It's just I don't know how to describe how Sai does brushes.
Is this program free?
No.
Oh, okay.
You can acquire it for free.
You can acquire anything for free.
Yar har fiddle dee dee.
This is specifically Psi 2, and I'm using it's not a texture, it's like a brush shape called Round Flat.
How much is this program if one were to buy it?
I have no idea.
I think that's
That's a confirmation on something.
yeah.
That someone totally gifted you this program.
Of course. Psi is like the WinRare of digital art programs.
Mm.
Everyone has it, nobody bought it.
I mean, I love GIMP, don't get me wrong, because that's what I've used, that's what I've learned to use. But this looks so clean and fancy. And I like that your layers is on the left side and not the right side.
I mean, you can move it.
I know, but I'm too lazy to do that. I become a creature of habit, and it's just I'm so used to it over on that one side now.
Mm. See, I can do that if I want, but I'm not going to
Yeah.
because I don't like it.
See, I also have a bunch of different brushes in GIMP that I never use. I always just use the round medium for everything, and just change its size. One of these episodes is going to turn into an entire art podcast.
I mean, that's basically what it is for me.
Mm-hmm. You know, I didn't think I could have colored that final bird on camera. But I'm also shy about showing my work like that, so... Also, I wanted to do some
I get to
touch-up.
be Stairs Kirby now. Oh
Huh?
god, that
Hooray.
one of
Stairs as
Kirby's.
in, like an escalator?
No, he's just a flight of stairs.
Welcome
God,
to
I love
Kirby.
Kirby.
Have you seen the mouthful modes?
Yeah, I've seen some of them. I've seen the vending machine, the car. There was
Traffic
another one that
cone.
just there was the traffic cone one. Oh, it's insanity, and it's like it's so perfect for Kirby.
It really is.
Another question, Kalion.
Yes.
Do you do every color different on different layers?
Yes. Usually.
Okay. Because I was putting them all on one layer, and I was just wondering if that's a bad idea.
It's not really a bad idea. It's just it depends on how you draw.
I know I had to do some of them multiple layers for the highlights because I wanted some highlights brighter than others. I like how you're doing the fire.
Thank you. I like doing fire.
I have one fire I do, and it's literally the fire on my Phoenix. Speaking of that, I think I might redo it in digital art finally now that I actually know what I'm doing. Give it a Pokemon twist. But I did the watercolors, and I was proud of it. And again, I'm lazy.
Same.
And I have like a million projects to do.
Same.
I still have to finish that needle felting Kraken.
Mm.
Once I realized how long it's going to be, it kind of like deterred me from continuing it. It's going to be almost as tall as me,
This is an interesting puzzle.
and I'm 6'4".
Jeez.
That's how long it is, almost. Needless to say, I'm never making anything this big again. But I also said that when I made the Chimera. See, that's a bad habit I have with projects. I always try to one-up myself for the next thing. That's a bad habit of mine.
Mm. How does this fire look?
I really like it.
Gonna do a little bit of a tweak here.
I love how clean your lines are, and it makes me jealous. Again, I'm using a mouse. You're using a tablet pen, so you would have cleaner lines.
Yeah.
Now, how do you zoom in and out on the tablet? Is there special buttons for? Never mind. And you can press. How do you? I'm not. You know what? I'm just going to assume it's.
It's right under the navigator.
Oh.
There's also buttons up here.
And you're just tapping on your tablet.
Yep. And if I want to use the mouse, I just use the scroll wheel.
It has a scroll wheel.
Yeah. Or the mouse has a scroll wheel.
Oh.
And also, there's just these bars under the.
Well, the only thing I can't wrap my head around is how you know where to put your pen.
Hand-eye coordination. Also, like, I can see my cursor, so that's a thing.
Oh, and your tablet tracks it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's okay. You have me convinced. I'm going to buy one.
It's going to take some getting used to, but it is so worth it.
Like, I was pricing them on Amazon, and I was looking for the fancy kind, with the screen.
Yeah.
But like what you just said, it makes it more better off buying something if I don't know if I'm going to like it or not. This is the Charizard, right?
Yep.
The whole thing of art tools came up. I just like to mention this because I got it as a suggestion at one point on YouTube, and I watched the whole video, and I was like, I'm never going to have this. I have no need for this object. But it looks like a cool tool.
What is it?
What is it?
I linked a video to a review of it.
Oh.
It's called the Tourbox Pro. It's basically a controller specifically made for art programs.
Ah.
Just,
Oh, you told me
just
about
seeing
that.
the thumbnail. Just seeing the thumbnail made me smile on how ridiculous that thing looks.
Also, Phoenix, I want to mention, selecting things like this, I do use my mouse because it's just easier to go around and click things.
Like you keep the tablet on your lap or something, or on top of something. Okay.
I'm like always in bed, so I just have the tablet on the pillow in front of me.
Okay. Because doing it with mouse this past week, I've been really enjoying it, but it is very what's the word I'm looking for? Taxing on my hand. As doing it for 5 hours straight without a break, it tired my hand out as bad as needle felting does. And I know for a fact if I was just drawing with a tablet, it wouldn't be doing that because I hold my mouse kind of. What are you doing?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
I'm selecting things.
Oh.
What'd you think I was doing?
I don't know. I was just genuinely curious.
This is just how I color things in. This is how I flat color.
Oh, I use a brush.
Well, I mean, I need to select the area first, so I don't color outside the lines.
I don't think I can do that on GIMP. I have to do it with by layer and then.
It's the magic launch tool.
Oh, I have that.
Yeah.
I didn't know it could be used like this. I use that for like shrinking and growing parts. Like I had
As you can see, I'm just coloring, or I'm selecting rather the gaps.
Okay.
Because I'm preparing to flat color. Have you never watched me draw before?
I have, but I've never paid attention. I mean, I've watched, I paid attention. I never looked at it as a way of learning further skill because I never did digital art before. Now that I'm genuinely enjoying it, I want to be an information sponge for everything now when it comes to this.
I mean, you can probably watch my last 2 speed paints and get a good idea for how I draw. It's going to be at like 16 to 32 times speed, but you get the point. At some point, I can like just give you a rundown of why I do what I do when I draw. So
Okay. This sounds like a fun idea, an art stream. Like, just nothing else but just talking art.
yeah, I'd be up for that.
And I could share, so, like, I know the traditional art's not very helpful. Like, the way my mind approached doing the digital art, it's like I brought my traditional art style into it.
Yeah, that's common.
I think that's why I had a more successful time doing it than I'd done in the past trying to make my own Pokemon.
I will say that as you get more used to digital painting, you will develop a different style for it than you would traditionally.
Mm-hmm. Like, I can see myself being more cartoony or anime style with digital art, where my traditional art is hyper realistic landscapes.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I can paint.
Mm-hmm.
But how long are we into this? Oh, my game just...
We're almost 2 hours
we
in.
are at 2 hours, so I am going to cut my side of this off.
I'm not. I want to finish this first.
Okay. I will be ending my side of the podcast, so if you all enjoyed watching this podcast, enjoyed watching me farm those 2 giant T-Rex Raven things, leave a like, share it around. It helps us grow as a channel, and we all do appreciate it. And be sure to go check out Kaylee's perspective. She's doing awesome art. And go check out everybody else in the description below. Follow every link, and be sure to play Pokemon Sardonyx. It's a threat. A mask.
Dude, or else.
Exactly. And also go play Protochroma.
Yeah.
Or else.
What if I say no?
Dark, play Protochroma.
You like your toenails?
What the fuck?
What?
Hey, best way to make someone do something is pull their toenails off.
You shouldn't have even have explained it. You should have just left it at, do you like your toenails?
See, that's my problem. I always
so wonderful.
over-explain. It's like such an ominous threat.
It really is.
And with all that said, everybody, this is the Black Phoenix and everybody else in the Foxfire crew. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you all in the next one.
Bark.
Preferably with your
Bye-bye.
toenails?
This is awkward because I've not ended. Because I
That's
want
how
to finish
I'm
this first.
I think either way, though, I'm going to hop out because my ass hurts and my knees hurt.
Okay.
All right. It was nice having you.
No problem. See you guys later.
Yep.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye.
Later.
Now, this is all still like using the magic wand tool.
No, this is me switching between
Okay.
various things in general, because I'm just used to doing it this way.
The folders you have for the layers, I can do that too, but what is the point of doing folders?
Okay, so you see how these two have a line on them?
Mm-hmm.
That's called a clipping mask. If I want to, like, for one thing, folders are just generally useful for organization. But if I want to shade over all of the flat colors, but not have the shading over the line art,
Mm-hmm.
then I can put the flat colors into a folder, add a layer, and select clipping group, and it just kind of does this.
Okay. I think I do that, but with extra steps because I have like multiple layers just to make sure I don't go over the line art.
Mm. And see, in
Like,
this case in particular, normally what I do with my Protochroma style is I have clean lines, I have the flat colors, and I put white over the flat colors so I can see what I'm doing with the cell shading. But here that's not so necessary because Sugimori style is a very quick and dirty thing.
It does. It's like I mean, I have I think like 1,000 references, right? Not literally 1,000. It's like I have at least every bird Pokemon to exist on my desktop right now. And I think I picked up something I've noticed between all the Sugimori style art.
Yeah.
The way he shades, it's literally just scribbles.
It's trying to emulate his old watercolor style, but it's not really scribbles. Like it's a
there's a method
textured
behind
brush.
it.
It's a textured brush, is what you're seeing.
Oh, okay. If you look on the highlight of the hair on the first bird Pokemon
So
I made.
I just want to mention that when I was a kid, whenever I saw Sugimori's name, because I wasn't fully aware of Japanese yet, I always pronounced it as Sujimori.
That's understandable.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
God, I love the shading. The shading does make everything pop, though.
Yeah. This isn't my usual shading style, but it's a lot quicker than doing my Protochroma cell shading. I need a little brush size.
I shade the under. Never mind, because it makes it look round.
What?
I was asking why shade the underside of the eye.
Oh, yeah, it's for contour.
I don't think I did that on any of mine.
Well, I
Never
mean, it's
thought of
not
that.
something that Sugimori usually does either. It's just part of my style.
See, that's exactly what I was trying to. Like, I have a weird. I don't know if I want to call it a gift or a curse. When I see something, I am able to recreate it very precisely.
Oh. You sure
I
about
could
that?
do no. With landscapes, I can anyways. But I tried to copy Sugimori style of shading on what I was doing. That adds so much depth. Damn. The shading right there on the leg, that curve right there, that is such depth. So I take it
So
you don't
there's
even
a
look.
puzzle mode in Kirby and the Forgotten Land, and it's perfect and exactly what Kirby should have been from the start.
You're saying Phoenix?
I take it you don't even bother looking at your tablet while you draw.
Nope.
Okay.
I mean, why would I? There's no screen on it.
I know. I think it's the same reason why when I'm flying my drone, I look down at the controller, and I shouldn't be looking down at the controller.
No. That's a good way to crash your drone.
Uh-huh. Like, I'm trying to look through my phone to see the view of the drone, and it's like, this is just disorienting. I should just be focusing on the flying. Let someone else look through the eye of the drone. But with traditional art, I can just copy what I see.
Ah.
Digital art was hard because I don't know what the fuck I was doing. Now, is that a brush texture you're using for the shading to make it look like that?
Yes.
Okay. See,
This
I'd
is...
have to look.
Okay, so the shape is leaves, and the texture is crayon on charcoal.
Okay. I wonder what my equivalent would be for that. 'Cause I know I got a lot of different brushes in Gem.
If/when you get Psi 2, I'll just give you my textures and stuff.
Okay.
I'll even give you, like, my brush specifications, because I have a brush that I just love using. Hang on. Do it this way. Over here, I guess. I love using this brush.
I can't. What is it? What's it called?
It's called Falvey, but that's just because that's the name of the artist whose brush
okay.
thing I copied.
It reminds me of a calligraphy pen so much.
Yeah. So like, this is my sketch / inking brush. I use it for the same thing, but I just changed its stabilization because if you can't tell, this one's moving slower,
Hmm.
and it results in cleaner lines. Um,
Now, how do you make it slower like that? Is that something that the tablet does, or
can you see this?
oh, what's that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is called stabilization. If I put it on S3, that's my usual like sketching speed.
I don't think I have any. I don't think I have that on my GIMP.
You might, but I don't know. Whereas S5 is what I usually use for line art. As you can see, it's not as responsive. It's slower, so I can focus on making clean lines.
Making clean lines with a mouse is very, very hard.
Yeah. And that's as opposed to Falvey's brush thing, which is very different from this. But then you have my brushes down here, which are just various not textures but shapes.
Hmm.
Like that's one of them. This I have yet to find an actual use for, but I like it.
I would have no idea what to use a sparkle brush for.
This I kind of use for texturing and shading.
Oh, I could see that being very good for texturing with certain things.
Uh,
I think I have a brush like that one.
this is that thing that I did with the Voidwalker that I drew a while
Yeah,
back.
that was fun. Cave art.
This is another shading texture.
I can see that being useful for lizards.
I mean, it is literally called scales.
Oh, that one's like a brush pen.
It's called feathers, which is interesting. This one is called waltz.
Literally, I have a calligraphy pen that looks just like that.
Yeah.
Dip
This
pen.
is called wood. This is just called pencil, but the shape is called rough vertical. And you can't really see most of the time what it's doing, but then you start like changing direction a bunch and it does this.
It's cool.
This is another scale texture, but more so in the vein of doing like this.
That almost reminds me of a filbert brush.
This one's just called spikes, and I kind of use it the same way I use that last scale brush. You can't really tell very easily, but there's a line in them which gives them some contour. And this one is called scuffed, and it's kind of difficult to tell what it's doing at a small size.
Oh, wow.
Let's see, this is my Sugimori line art brush. This is my Sugimori shading brush, which is at a small size because I needed it to be.
Those really do mimic watercolors really well.
I also have this, which the shape is just called spread, which is just basically noise texture, I guess. And that's it for like interesting brush things.
You have a pepper, though.
What?
It's there's two joke brushes in GIMP. One's a pepper, one's the GIMP dog. It's
I mean,
stupid.
there's one that's just a dragonfly.
I remember you showing me that one.
Yeah.
Why can't I find a thing I put in before every video? Oh, there it is. Disclaimer.
We didn't even do anything worthy of a disclaimer this episode?
Oh, not the. Well, I do it before every podcast. Because there's going to be that one person someday that's going to be like, oh, you said something offensive.
Who fucking cares? Yeah, one of these days I'll show you how I draw protochroma things.
Okay.
Like you can watch my
game's such a spectacle.
You can
My
watch my
God.
speed paints, but that might be going a little bit too fast.
Still, it was a good show, though.
Yeah.
I missed something along the way. Oh no.
What is this? Episode 16? Damn.
It's more for me because I started before you did.
Yeah, I know. You actually used the Minecraft videos for the podcast.
Yeah, but also, like, I just couldn't play Minecraft for a bit, so I just started the podcast early.
Oh, that's right. I remember that. Oh, son of a bitch. No wonder why my computer's a little more warm than it normally is. I never turned my fan on. I wonder why the recording was not picking up noise.
What did I miss and where?
I think I'm just gonna end the recording here because.
Oh, you're still
Yeah.
recording?
Yeah.
Damn. Oh.
Did you forget that I said that I would be?
Yes, I thought you ended.
No.
I'm so glad I didn't go off on any tangents.
Yeah, I'm gonna end the recording here because I mostly wanted something usable for a thumbnail, and I think that this
really
is more or less usable. So, that was your extra, 10 minutes of random bullshit. And, yeah, everything that Phoenix has said 10 minutes ago applies. Yes. Play Protochroma, play Sardonyx, watch Phoenix. Yeah, I'm far less skilled at ending videos than Phoenix is. So, bye.